Good afternoon, everybody. Please give me that Josie welcome. Good afternoon, everybody. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I bring you warm greetings from Lagos. So I'm going to do this with a little bit of Lasgidi swag, you know. But lately, before I even say anything, please a round of applause for the compare. I just made his wish come true. He's been a brilliant compare all morning. I don't know if anybody will come after me, but I have to say that thank you so much for doing a great job. Lately, I've noticed there's been this beautiful, sometimes not so beautiful, rivalry between South Africa and Nigeria. It's so interesting to watch, you know. But I come here today saying, let us ignore everything that divides us and let us focus more on some of the things that unite us as a people. For example, load shedding. I digress, but when it comes to load shedding, I assure you, Nigeria, we are your seniors because you are shedding load, we don't even have power most of the time, so we are ahead of the curve. I'll be speaking about how to look challenges in the eye and stare them down to win. I have 18 minutes to do justice to this topic. Well, I'll just go straight a little bit about me. Honestly, if it is based on how my fortunes were when I was born and how I was raised, I promise you I have no business being here on the stage. I grew up in one of the poorest homes in Nigeria. I grew up in a little room, but my parents were very creative. They partitioned that room with one little curtain divider, and then we received guests in the outer part, and we had a little iron bed where my parents slept. We had some mats underneath the iron bed where 6 of the children, I'm the firstborn, where we slept. And yeah, that's how I grew up. But fast forward, one of the titles I'm most proud of is I'm a husband to my beautiful wife, Yetunde Babaeko. And I'm going to say this especially for young people who are not married, who are guys, or see, believe me, once you found out and you've accepted your fate that you're not the most good-looking guy in the world, trust me, crawl, beg, find the most beautiful woman and marry her. For your own sake and for the sake of your children. Therefore, I'm a father, and you can see how they turned out. Believe me, this has everything to do with me. They look just like their father. Good-looking guys. Yeah, so I'm a father to 3 boys, Lama, Austin, and Louis. I'm also a golfer. I pretend to golf most of the time when I'm not working so hard. I play off a very modest handicap of 13. So if there's a golfer in the house, you know what that is. I try. Most importantly, I'm an entrepreneur. I started my career as a copywriter in 1995, and then I worked for 17 years between Saatchi, Ogilvy, and then in 2012, I turned 41. I don't know what I was smoking, and then I had this idea to set up an agency called Extreme Ideas. And it took us 10 years, but I can tell you, we are arguably Nigeria's #1 agency today. Thank you. With offices in about 6 countries and still counting. When I leave here, I actually flew in from Lagos to Johannesburg today. I leave maybe on Sunday, and I'm heading straight to London, where we're trying to punch above our weight category to set up Extreme Ideas UK. Now, thank you so much. Thank you. As human beings, the odds have always been against us. The odds have always been. I mean, you can talk about how we need to save the planet, which is very important, all the global warming issues that we confront on the daily. But this planet has always been tough for you to survive in. And if you doubt it, look at all of the species that have gone extinct. Where's the dodo? Where's the emu? Where are all of those things? But you know one thing that's special about this planet? We are still here. So the odds have been against us, but we're still here. And if you look at the race for life, according to medical experts. In that fertilization process, about 15 to 20 million sperms are released. One is the only one that's able to fertilize that egg. So even in that race for life, you already won from day one because you're here. A round of applause for yourself. So even in that great escape, you're going to stay 9 months. You're going to stay 9 months in that womb, all by yourself, in that darkness, with all of that bonding with the mother and everything, and then you escape after 9 months. If you look at the mortality rate, infant mortality rate in Africa, pretty high. But once again, you won because you came out and you're here. You know, every successful person in life began by pursuing a passion, usually against all odds, according to Robert Kiyosaki. Let's just listen to this. Maybe
your goals and dreams have to be bigger than your problems. If you're going through hell, keep going. I mean, why would you stop there? You know, I was in hell, so why stop now? If you're going through hell, you should keep going.
I told you, I want you to think about those goals. I want you to taste them. I want you to internalize it. I'm not asking you to tell me what your goals are because I'm interested in hearing everybody in the room. I couldn't possibly do anything with it. Listen, this is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to dream your dream because I want you to feel it.
It's very important as you hold on to that dream. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself. There are rough times that are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. It's very important for you to believe that you are the one.
Everybody on the way to where you're trying to get to, you have a decision that one day you can go forward or you turn back. The problem is the average person turns back from their dream.
Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
What do when you're not the only one that wants to make $1 million in your company? You're not the only one that wants to be the president. You're not the only one that wants to be the CEO. What if you're not the only one that wants what you want? What if there are thousands of other people who want what you want? You have to outwork them.
It takes discipline to face your fears so you can conquer them. And that's what discipline is. Discipline means taking the hard road, the uphill road, to do what's right.
No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. It's possible. Yes, your dream is possible.
My number one competition is me. It's always you versus you. You gotta be the one to get up every morning, be disciplined, put in the consistent daily hard work because that gains success. No coach, no trainer, no mentor, no boss can do it. You versus you.
You have to lose your fear of failure. Failure is a part of the process. People who never fail, never try. You have to fail. You got to get it wrong to get it right.
You can think about it, you can wish for it, you can hope for it, you can think all about it all as long as you want. But unless you get out every single motherfucking day and put in the work, inch by inch, you will never get there.
One of the things limiting you from your income,
Okay, because of time, all of these things that we've heard in this video, I made a choice. At 16, I looked at the situation in my house. My dad and my mom, they loved me dearly, but I already knew my fate was sealed. There was nothing they could do to take me anywhere close to my dream. Then, what was my other option? Pack my bag and leave and go take a chance on the street. I knew I was not going to do crime. I knew I wanted to go to get education. And then I did that. I started working and I educated myself, paid for myself at the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria in Nigeria. And then I helped to fund my other siblings. I took a chance. For you to win, you have to be determined to win. Again, quitting my job and starting my business at 41, it was difficult. There are so many times I woke up in the middle of the night and I look at my wife, beautiful woman sleeping, and I'm like, oh wow, Poor woman, she doesn't know the danger and the risk I've brought to this family. Soon the rent will be due. I won't be able to pay. The school fees for the kids will be due, and I won't be able to pay. But I pushed myself so hard. I pushed my team so hard. Every day, we knew we had to win, and we kept on going at it. Winning West Africa's Cannes Lions. The moment I started my career, I knew there was this thing called the Cannes Lions. South Africa has done it, they've won it, the Northern Africans have won, but no agency in Nigeria or West Africa had ever won. For me, it was unacceptable. I took it as a life mission. I pushed myself every day, pushed my team, put monetary reward. It was like we declared Cannes Lions wanted. There's a reward of $5,000 for any team that's able to create this award. Eventually, we tried the first year, we failed. We tried the second year, we failed. By the 10th year, we succeeded. So the thing is, never give up. And I'm going to share some tips with you about how to keep pushing against all odds. One, to win against all odds, you have to bet on you. Nobody's going to give you a chance. Nobody's going to look at you as, oh, this beautiful woman, this good-looking guy, come take this position. Nothing is ever given. You have to go out there, grab life by the jugular, and go make it happen. And that's what we always do. Look fear straight in the eyes. Don't blink. Fear will always want to make you cower. And it's difficult, but you just have to keep on going. Look at it straight in the eyes. Don't blink. Make sure you believe in yourself. I remember when I started my career, I was squatting with a chef in a hotel. Long story. Every day I'm about to brush my teeth, I look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, before I leave Lagos and not be successful, the Bar Beach will run dry. I don't know how many of you have ever been to Nigeria that knows the Bar Beach. Huge water, piece of water. The Bar Beach will run dry before I leave this town and not be successful. We're still here, we're still pushing, and there are still many more successes waiting ahead. Be bullish about your ideas. Sometimes fear, doubt, most creative people, we are always very doubtful. We don't believe in ourselves enough. Be bullish about it, and you have to keep pushing. I work for a very unique gentleman. He's a billionaire in US dollars, Dr. Mike Adenuga. He's the founder and the owner of Globacom. Telcom is a telecom company in Nigeria. There's this thing that he has in his office. The harder you work, the luckier you get. So it's about hard work, it's about pushing and not giving up. Let the naysayers have their say. There will always be detractors, people always trying to talk you down, people always trying to make you think that you don't even know what you're doing. Let them have their say. Just know that face the way that you're going. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. If you really want to succeed, you're going to hit bumps on the road. Just take it as what they are, bumps on the road. You're going to fail. Don't let it stop you. Just keep pushing. Develop a very thick skin. Me, I bounce back like a rubber ball. So if it doesn't work, plan A doesn't work, we try plan B. Plan B doesn't work, we go to plan C. It never stops because we will never give up and we'll keep pushing. Stubbornness is a virtue. Trust me. In this business where people want to pull you down, stick to your gun. If you are convinced inside, stubbornness is a virtue. You know, you have to keep pushing. I'm going to leave you with a video, one of your very own, what he said about succeeding.
It was in 2008. I think I had maybe $30 million left, or $30 or $40 million left in 2008. I had two choices. I could put it all into one company, and then the other company would definitely die, or split it between the two companies. But if I split it between the two companies, then both might die. And when you put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating something, or building something, it's like a child. And so it's like, which one am I going to let one starve to death? I couldn't bring myself to do it, so I split the money between the two. Fortunately, thank goodness, they both came through.
What was your biggest failure, and how did it change you?
Well, there's a ton of failures along the way, that's for sure. Like, so as I said, for SpaceX, the first 3 launches failed. And we're just barely able to scrape together enough parts and money to do the 4th launch. If that 4th launch had failed, we would have been dead. So multiple failures along the way. I tried very hard to get the right expertise in for SpaceX. I tried hard to find a great chief engineer for the rocket, but the good chief engineers wouldn't join, and the bad ones, well, there was no point in hiring them. So I ended up being chief engineer of the rocket. So if I could have found somebody better, then we would have maybe had less than 3 failures.
That third failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. So many people try to talk me out of starting a rocket company. It was crazy. One good friend of mine collected a whole series of videos of rockets blowing up and made me watch those. He just didn't want me to lose all my money. We're doing these things that seem unlikely to succeed, and we've been fortunate, and at least thus far they have succeeded. Now is the time to take risk. You don't have kids. As you get older, your obligations increase. And once you have a family, you start taking risk not just for yourself, but for your family as well. It gets much harder to do things that might not work out. So now is the time to do that before you have those obligations. So I would encourage you to take risks now. Do something bold. You won't regret it.
How did you figure you were going to start a car company and be successful at it?
Well, I didn't really think Tesla would be successful. I thought we would most likely fail. But I thought that we at least could address the false perception that people had that an electric car had to be ugly and slow and boring like a golf cart.
But you say you didn't expect the company to be successful, then why try?
If something's important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome.
The thing is, life is always going to throw stuff at us, but as marketers, as individuals, as people, as Africans, if we stand our ground, if we keep pushing, success is just waiting at the next bus stop. Thank you very much.